Make sure I ain't hit it too early.
Uh,
Hello, everybody. We are live. All I hit was save. It didn't say I went live.
Now we live now. We live now. Peace to the family.
Peace, peace.
Peace to the
Yeah.
gods. Yes, sir. Boy, y'all is hilarious, boy. Y'all have me come on here. Have me come on here and start laughing already. Yeah, damn.
Already.
Hey, what's up, family? What's up? Y'all come on in, man. Fear of the mystic mind. Fear of the mystic mind is going down, is going down. Peace to the family, peace to the squad, peace everybody. Y'all
Peace,
come on
everybody
in.
coming in also as well.
Yes, yes, y'all come on in. Y'all make it happen. We're gonna drop some things on y'all, baby. Hey, look, we're at capacity, baby. Hey, we're at capacity. We're there, family. So we had to come on and share some love, baby, real quick. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the squad. Shout out to everybody. But we're gonna do this one for y'all today. We got a few more seats left, but it's gonna happen, man, and we're gonna make some noise. But man, we just want to show appreciation and love to the family, nigga. These two are hilarious. Right before, right before, right before we came on, boy, they've been making me laugh the whole time. You know that Black Mirror came out, Yosef, huh?
The Black Mirror? What you mean?
Yeah, Black Mirror 6.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, okay. I got to catch up, man.
man, I know. Yeah.
I'm behind. My wife even watches it. I didn't know you was watching it. When you was watching this? So she watched it. I didn't even know. So I got to check up. I got to check up.
Man, say and hey, that's what I'm about to watch right after that. And I heard this first episode was really, really good. I know you put us on that from. That from was off the chain, Yosef. It's been off the chain so far. But this Black Mirror though, it ain't touching from. You feel me?
Right.
It's not touching from. Say what's up, family. We got Yosef in the house. D Ray in the house. What's good? Yeah, we can hear you. What's up, babe?
Peace, family. Hey, what's up? Happy Thursday. Yes, yes, yes. Babe, I believe you meant from is not touching Black Mirror.
No.
No?
Black Mirror is not touching from.
Okay.
I know what I said.
he said it the right way.
No, Black Mirror.
Okay.
Because look, this is what I'm saying. Black Mirror almost what they call it when mirror effect into the world right now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We damn near in Black Mirror right now. How the world is going, goddamn. I'm just waiting to see what happens with Trump, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, this is a Black Mirror episode." Straight up. Nah, but From is good. From is good. We binged it, and man, we couldn't stop watching it. It was out off the chain, like you know what I'm saying. And we just ready for it. And then you know what else we watched? We watched that. What's that show we was watching yesterday, babe? The one Yosef said.
We watched the movie Hypnotic.
Nah, not that. The other one, with the dude,
The Lazarus Project.
Lazarus Project. Yeah, that whole.
You watched it?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm the one that told Dream about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta check it out, bro. I saw the first episode. It was pretty decent.
It was good. They got 2 episodes now. It's good. Yeah, it's real good. It's gonna be one of those, even though it's on TNT. What's up, y'all, man? What's the deal, man? Yes, fear of the mystic mind. Fear of the mystic mind. So look, we thought about this before, while we're going through our journey and while we're actually getting ready for the Mystic Mind Conference. We thought we would give the family some jewels, some gems, and some understanding of this fear thing, this fear energy. We was in our book club on Patreon the other day, and man, the whole time we was talking about fear. It was absolutely amazing. And one of the aspects of fear that we had dove into was procrastination. Now, a lot of people think they're being lazy or they have this kind of energy of I just don't feel like it. I'll do it later.
Yeah.
But that procrastination is concealed in fear. So we was diving in deep, you know what I'm saying? We're going into the aspects of the subconscious mind and really going deep into this energy that they call fear, especially when we're talking about the mystical mind.
Mm.
So my first question for y'all is, how does fear, and this is a good one, how does fear impact someone's spiritual journey?
I'm gonna let ladies go first.
You gonna put me on the spot first, Yosef?
You want me to go first?
Okay, it is what it is, brother.
No, because look, this is the thing too, because like when we talk about spirituality, right? I think people think that they're doing the work based off of them just listening to
Right.
YouTube and
Oh,
stuff like that. You feel me?
Right.
So now all of a sudden, when we get into the aspect of, because man, you know, yo, so we got these consultations over and over and over again, and we're hearing the same thing. And basically, it basically comes down to doing the goddamn work, right? You got to put yourself in the gym.
It does, man. Yeah. And okay, well, let me be first. Then I'm gonna go ahead and answer the question. And from doing consultations and talking to tons of people, even face to face, friends, family, one thing I realized that's so funny: people lie to themselves. Procrastination, right, is a part of that, but fear comes in, and then as soon as that happens, people start lying to themselves. And let me explain what I mean by that. It could be something where, like, okay, you know, I've been seeing red and, let's say, for example, I've been seeing red and black all day. I've been seeing red and black. I've been seeing old men with canes all day. Papa leg box coming through. That's a fact. Okay.
Yeah.
And a person may understand and know that from maybe listening to y'all, or listening to me, listen to another teacher. And they say, man, I got to get down with Papa leg box. He's calling me. They're scared. Well, maybe he ain't calling. They start lying to themselves. Maybe he's not calling you. Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe. And this is the ego starts to talk. You know, maybe, come on, you know, Papa leg box ain't real anyway. Right? That's what the ego starts telling you. And you convince yourself, oh, I was just seeing stuff. Papa leg box ain't talking to me. And you could have just missed out on the opportunity to connect with a God.
Yeah.
To have a new spiritual friend. Yeah. And I'm telling y'all the truth on that stuff, because that's what happened to me and Baron Samedi. Okay? I'll be honest with you guys. I don't work with Baron Samedi anymore. But we're friends. Can't nobody tell me that. I done had the voodoo people checking on him. Right? This NT really came to me and he befriended me. I wasn't looking for him because I was afraid of him. And when he came to myself, the first thing I said, all that trauma started coming to me. Boy, don't mess with the wrong stuff. You're gonna mess yourself up. All the stuff mama said and everything, you know what I'm saying? So the ego's like, hey, remember this. And I started telling myself, well, maybe he in here. Maybe I'm seeing things. You know, and he started doing to let me know, oh, no, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see that movie Dungeons and Dragons, Yosef?
No, not yet. I want to see it though.
They had a scene in the movie. He was becoming a mystic. Basically, he was becoming a magician or a mystic. And in it, he went into his mind. He had to put on this helm. And I thought of your helm of awe too. That's funny. He had to put on this helm, right? And in the helm, he just went into his mind and he seen his grandpa, right? His great grandpa. And he had to kind of defeat his grandpa, but he couldn't. Anyway, long story short, they got to the climax of the movie at the end. Damn, I don't want to spoil it for nobody, but this part ain't really that big a deal. He put the helm on again, and he had to do it because if he didn't, you know, pressure makes a diamond. So he had to do it, or, you know, the story wasn't going to unfold like it was. And he put that helm on, seen his grandpa, right? Ended up punching his grandpa in the face. And the grand, and he came back and it was him. It was him straight in the face. It was a mirror of him. And he said,
wow.
You were me the whole time?
Yeah.
It was you the whole time.
Yes.
And so even when I didn't even realize that, babe. You just triggered my mind. I didn't even see that part of the movie. I was dozing off. But to show you, like what you were saying, Yosef, there is this thing in our mind called the psychic sensor. If you've ever read the book The Psychonaut, they have a whole chapter on the psychic sensor where there's something in your mind that will come up to block you from having these psychic experiences. And if you let it run supreme or reign supreme, it will stop you from having these mystical experiences. So the first thing that came to my mind, babe, when you said how does fear affect your spirituality, it just stunts your growth and it deactivates your superpower. Like holistically speaking, that's what it does. Because when you're in fear, you're in fight or flight, right? Mm-hmm. You're in survival mode, and you can't thrive in survival mode. It's impossible,
mm-hmm.
right? So it's the very basic level of it is you can't get creative, you can't get artistic, you can't tap into that intuition, you can't tap into that mysticism if you are afraid, right? If you are in fight or flight, all of that shit is shut down because it's survival at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we're afraid of things that we need to see. We talked about this the other day, Yosef, when we were in our team meeting, how I talked to y'all about how one of the sisters in my Sacred Sister Circle community, she says she keeps having this dream. She keeps having this dream. And in her dream, she's in this big house and there's all of these doors in this house. But there's just one door in the dream that she's afraid to go in, but she knows she has to go into it. And so in the session, I'm telling her, sis, going through that door, facing that fear, facing that whatever it may be behind the door is the key to your evolution, to your growth, and to your expansion. That's the key to your next level, you know? So when you don't face your fears, you keep yourself stuck and stagnant and not evolving.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, no, that's real. Because, you know, this is what I'll be trying to say, family. Like a lot of times it just comes down to actually doing the work or the exercises so you can actually put yourself in the chamber of this thing. You feel me? So instead of falling asleep on the couch, take yourself to sleep, right? That's the procrastination I'm talking about. So there's a level of, because people are believing, right, that, oh no, man, I'm just lazy. I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to meditate, right?
That's lies Yosef was talking about. That's
right. That's the lies. That's the right. lies. But it's really fear. And you know what helped me break through with that? When I fast. When I fast and I said, oh shit, I just was running from myself. Back in the day, I was fasting so heavy. I'm running from myself, not taking myself to sleep, not meditating myself to sleep, not actually doing the Frank Rudolph Young exercises and all of that, right? I was just actually saying, I'll do it some other time. But you know what's so powerful about it is you can't really just do it. It's not like you can do it once. You feel me? This ain't like a one-time thing. Oh, okay, I tried it. No. That's still the procrastination energy. I tried it. Yeah, I tried it. It didn't work. Mm-hmm. Every day. But I promise you, if you get into the work, right, the spiritual work, that's why I only talk to spiritual workers. Then on the other side of that, it's going to be gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Hey,
absolutely. And I want to say something real quick, brother, on that. You guys are just talking, about fasting. Fasting, man, you know, it's so powerful. I remember you shared your story in the last conference we did. And fasting is so powerful because what it does, it allows you to put your foot on your ego's neck. You know, it allows you to put your foot on your ego's neck. It's not a lot of ways you can defeat your ego. It's hard to defeat it in a lot of other ways. But fasting definitely puts it in check. You know what I'm saying? So another thing that I've learned personally, I push the ego in check, is conquering the fear of death.
Yes.
Conquering the fear of death. Mm-hmm. I want everybody who's listening to this, think about this for a second. If you was never afraid to die, what would stop you from doing anything? Would you really care what people think if you wasn't afraid to die?
Yosef, hold on.
Yeah.
Patreon, this past Wednesday, I believe it was.
Wow.
Saturday. Y'all know we meet with our Patreon every Wednesday and Saturday. So it was either this past Wednesday or Saturday, we started talking about death and fear. And Spirit literally channeled to me the words, the fear of death gives people a false safety net.
Yes.
If you're afraid to die, you're afraid to take risk and show up big and bold in this reality.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the fear of death gives people this false sense of safety and security, which is a huge illusion, because the only thing that we know we all must do once we are born is die.
Mm-hmm.
So once we conquer that, there is nothing in this reality that stops us from showing up and being who we desire to be.
That's right.
That's right. So you can face death is so real. And when we don't embrace and accept the fact of our own physical human demise, when we don't do that, we don't live life on the edge. We don't take risks. We don't go for it. We care about what everybody else thinks, other people's opinions, so on and so forth. But when you accept the fact that you have a limited amount of time here in this physical realm, in this body, when you accept that, you literally will say, fuck it, I'm going to do anything that comes up for me.
And hold on, man, because we done forgot all the time. Speaking of showing up, nigga, y'all been showing up for this Mystic Mind. And listen, we are at capacity, baby. Hey, baby, we are almost sold out. So we got a few more seats left, family, for the in-person. Now, the online is, still a go. The online, the virtual event is still a go. And yes, you'll get the replay if you cannot show up at that specific time. But, hey, look, I can't make it up. Y'all showed up and showed out. Gratitude, family. We gonna rock the house. But I say this hoe is gonna be a classic, baby. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I ain't never been so excited for something. I've been trying to hold back for the longest. Y'all know I've been trying on my YouTube, on here. I'm like, oh, I can't really just but look, this is what we're also doing. Father's Day only. Father's Day for the next 2 days. What we say, 2 days or 3 days? Until we sell out in person. For the next, I guess it'll be a day, maybe 2 days. For the next 2 days, we're going to give you the Master Student Conference 2 for free, baby. That's our Father's Day gift to the family. So if you sign up today until we sell out, then hey, you'll get the Master Student Conference 2 for the love. Man,
absolute fire. If y'all don't know, we had Priestess Osset make a surprise damn visit, right? She was a surprise guest.
Mm-hmm.
And she cut up at that conference.
She did.
She did. I still believe I put my foot in that thing. I still believe I cranked it up, baby. Nah, Joseph, I said, when I got back on stage, I looked at Joseph, I said, damn, man, you always. Hey, that was a good time, dog. I said, damn, what the hell was that? I said, we was blown away. So, hey, that was a powerful event. So, yeah, for the next day and a half, 2 days, if you get the in-person and virtual, fuck it, in-person and virtual, before it sells out, you'll get the Master Student Conference 2. Yes, sir. We was building this stuff. We almost forgot about that. God damn. So let's talk about this real quick. Let's talk about our intuition and our knowing, right? Because, we have the psychic ability and these psychic senses and stuff, right? How can fear stop you from tapping into your intuition, your mystical mind, your clairvoyant power, clairsentient powers? How y'all speak on that real quick?
Yeah, it comes down once again to the ego, man. The ego is your worst enemy. You know what I mean? The ego is your worst enemy. And the more you believe it, the more it blocks you from becoming spiritual. You can never, ever develop a mystical mind in fear. You just can't do it. Because a true mystic is not afraid of fear. You know what I mean? A true mystic is just not afraid of fear. And a lot of that comes with a lot of mystics, right? You don't have to be initiated, but a lot of mystics are initiated. And usually when you go through initiations, you go through some type of death ritual. Yeah. It's just the truth. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're being a shaman, if you're joining a spiritual organization, trust me, I know you're going to go through some type of death ritual. That is all to help you get past fear in life. You know what I'm saying? So you can never develop a real mystical mind unless you get past fear. And once again, to go into that, overcoming death, right? Overcoming death, right? That is so important, fam. The way you overcome death is walk. We talk about doing a spiritual work. What are we talking about? Walk the principles, family. Whatever you believe in, live it out.
Live it.
And allow it to grow you, because I always talk about becoming a vessel, right? Allow it to turn you into a vessel for you, your higher self, and you merge with that. Whatever you choose to be, you may be Oshun in the higher self. You may be this, whatever you choose to be, merge with that and become because any spiritual power I've personally seen, those people merge with something. That's just a fact. They merge with something and went to the next level.
Yeah, when you fall in love with death, you start to change the outlook of life. You start to change this whole reality right in front of you. So when you fall in love with the place you're going to go to, that's why it's so important to get into the techniques and the astral travel, and even in depth with, with your meditations and, the mystical part of that aspect that you're working in the mind or in the imagination, right? So important to get into that work, because at the same time, at the end of the day, that's where the key is to you unlocking this mystery. Now, at the conference, we're going to be giving out a lot of work. So what we try to do here on this live is to not, make people afraid. We want people to embrace the work as it's coming up. So, because I know Yosef got nothing but exercise. I got nothing but exercises. And I think the problem is, right, we can say all of that stuff and then they come home and they don't do it. And now it's like, oh, well, we had a good time, baby.
I want to
go ahead, babe.
About just to go back to what Yosef just said about that initiation process. I want the family to be clear that this does not have to happen under the leadership of some master guru or something like that. A lot of times, for a lot of you spiritual people, just like it happened for me, this would happen where your higher self just puts you in a situation to where you have to accept that is a possibility and a reality in that moment. A great example of this is 2021. I had an emergency C-section. I was put to sleep. I remember just being rushed into the OR, looking up at the white lights, and immediately just started calling on my ancestors and just saying, look, if it's my time to go, walk with me, be with me. But at the same time, I would rather be here, raise my kids, have my family, so on and so forth. But at that moment, I had to embrace that was a possibility. Funny enough, ironically enough, spiritually enough, and again, initiation, I had lost a lot of blood or whatever. Fortunately, didn't need no transfusion or anything like that. And that experience opened me up to a heightened level of psychic abilities. I literally could see stuff. At first, all my psychic downloads and stuff would come through my dreams. After that near-death experience, right? After having to embrace that this could be the end for me, I started to be able to see things with my eyes wide open and while I'm awake. So that just goes to validate and confirm what you just said, Yosef, about that initiation and that integration. When we have to go to the next level, there are some spiritual processes we have to go to and we have to go through in order to embody, that mystical energy. So we got to embrace that. And we got to know that we are equipped to deal with and manage whatever comes online through those initiation experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, it was a tough time. It was a scary time. It was a fearful time. Like, I just remember my baby girl going down the hallway, the doctor's hallway, and they got a tube up her throat. Oh, I was just in so much.
Oh man, we were in the realms.
I was in a whole nother space, Joseph. But you know what I had to do? I had to pull myself together and be strong for her.
There you go.
Feel me? So I had to literally transfer light into her being while she's running to, another location or the NICU to get dealt with. And as we're running, I'm running with her. I'm telling you, my whole being then shifted, and I put my whole light being, my whole light body into her, so she can be able to resuscitate. And then, man, she came out of that thing. Nigga, she had that tube in her mouth or whatever down her throat for probably 12 hours. Nigga, they said they ain't never seen nothing like that. They ain't never seen it. They said miracle child.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I know.
Conquer death.
Listen, a nurse came to me in the hospital. She said, your baby is a miracle baby. And she's blessed, right? She said, whatever she asks for in life, give it to her. Damn. Okay.
But I'm telling you, that's exactly. But I'm telling you, that light that I transferred into my daughter in that specific moment, right? Because we got the power to do this, right? And this is the thing too. I remember D-Ray when your mom was going through that thing, right? And you kind of just and the whole house was impactful, and she was just feeling so much, like, oh, it's about to end or whatever, right? And you had put your hand on her, and I could see the energy inside of you that's saying you ain't going nowhere. And she literally took whatever dis-ease, dysfunction she had in her being and took it out of her body. By touch. I'm talking about she just put her hand on. She said, "Nah, you ain't going nowhere." And this is what I'm talking about, Yosef. I'm gonna go in depth on this in the conference because look, I'm telling you, we got proof of this stuff and how powerful we really are. Yeah. We're supermen. You feel me? And women.
That's a fact.
Straight up, but we're just playing this illusionary game, this human game, to believe that we're, just like everybody else. You ain't seen Transformers yet, huh?
Not yet.
I watched it yesterday. The dude, the guy Noah, right? He had they had the Transformer, the other one, Mirage, right?
Don't spoil it for us, man. I'm joking.
No, I ain't gonna spoil it. Damn, I might. You might be right.
I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you.
But you might be right because I be going in depth and shit.
The dream be going in, boy.
But I had broke it down on my Patreon. I had decoded it, but man, yeah, you're right. You might be right. But I can't even. Damn. Whatever. Yeah, because I would say one thing, 2 words, and then yeah, you're right. I would spoil it. All right, so okay, cool, man. Let's talk about this one. Because a lot of times what happens with people is they kind of lose their self because they don't have faith, if you will, right? And then that faith word been getting abused in religion and all of that other stuff, right? But how does faith, because we're in these situations, right, in these circumstances, and people like, I can't see no way out, right? But how does faith overcome fear? How does having faith overcome fear?
I think faith overcomes fear because faith allows you to tap into the true self. Because sometimes we, like y'all just gave you guys just gave your story. Sometimes we're put in a position where we can't do nothing else but have faith. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else we can do. Like just hope and pray and anchor your faith in something.
Yeah.
And if you're a metaphysician, you don't believe in Jesus, so you can't pray to Jesus. So what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And you know what's very interesting about being a metaphysician? I never think to call on, ask any God anything when I'm going through something rough, right? When I'm talking about something serious, I usually just think about how I can use my own energy. You know what I'm saying? How I can use my own energy. Always think like that, family, because you have everything you need inside you. I'm not telling you not to work with any deities. I'm saying that the deities also want you to be a deity, because the deities that you're working with are your higher self anyway. You're working with yourself. So you have to understand that, right? So I would say that, you know, sometimes you're put in a position to do that, because I told this story before. I had just left the church and I was about to go be a truck driver, right? And my wife was like, yo, you know, me and her going back and forth. I'm like, yo, baby, I'm going to get some money for the family. What you talk about? You know what I'm saying? So she was upset and she was sad that I was leaving. I bought her a cat. The cat was sick. The cat was so tiny we could put it in a coffee cup, right? The cat was dying. And all it did was sleep all day. You would see it sneeze and it wouldn't eat, drink water. I put my hands on that cat and prayed. I couldn't say in the name of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I was out of that. But I prayed, man. And for some reason, something inside of me triggered and said, hey, imagine green energy going into the cat.
Yeah.
I was okay, I'll just go with it. And I had faith, man. Put the cat in my lap, it jumped out of my lap and went and ate for the first time.
Wow. That's
And
it.
after that, my wife was like, this metaphysical stuff must be doing something. You know what I'm saying? It must be doing so. Faith is powerful because believe in yourself. That's what's going to allow you to have a mystic mind one day, having faith in yourself.
Yeah, it's a knowing, it's an understanding of breaking down the imagination faculty and knowing that whatever you visualizing and whatever you seeing in your mind's eye is going to come into fruition, right? So now, because the thing is, there's a trust factor there, so they'll let their old self take over and run their imagination back to these loop program circumstances that they've been into, right? And their body starts to frizzle up. They start to feel all this energy in their body where it's just this uncontrollable feeling of, let me just move back to my old self. But that uncomfortability is the key into breaking into that new body. You feel me? Because it wasn't no easy ride. I know for you, Yosef, too. It's not no easy ride from transferring your energy from the church, right, to I'm God, right, to the God, some imaginary God or some kind of illusionary sky daddy, to now understanding that I'm God, right? And I know people that still have that religious motif stuck on them. And it's so stuck on them, they can't see it because they still worshiping, like they saying, oh, praise Oshun or whatever, right? And they can't get out of that mindset of their God.
And you know, a lot of times those people don't know, when you calling on Shun, you're calling on yourself. You're calling on yourself. You have to understand that. You know what I mean? Whether we call Oshun our spiritual mother, our spiritual, that is you in a higher version. That's all. But some people, when they first come into that, they say, oh, well, that's a totally opposite being away from me. That's not really true. You see what I'm saying? That energy exists inside of you and outside of you in another dimension. But it's you. It's always you. And that's one thing I've realized. So even when I'm telling you guys to become a vessel, I'm telling you guys to merge with your higher self. Become a vessel for the real you. That's already a God. That's already a deity. That's already playing this video game. Become a vessel for that. They had a show that came on Netflix one time. I don't know if it's still on there. It's called The Blood of Zeus. Anybody ever seen that before? It's called The Blood of Zeus. The Blood of Zeus is about, you know, Zeus apparently had many children. And in one scene in the movie, it's a cartoon movie, his son can't tap into his divine power. He can't tap into it because his ego was in the way. His ego was in the way because he hated something. He had hate in his heart. He was angry. And he was scared to move forward because he had all this hate in his heart, because hate is actually fear, and that's a whole other thing. But Zeus kept telling him, he said, what are you doing? He said, you need to get out the way. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm right here. He's like, no, you need to get out of your own way. Your divine power is inside of you. So here's a God telling him, you got everything you need inside of yourself. You know what I'm saying? He's telling his son, you got it already. You just need to get out of the way. Whatever you got hate, you got anger, let it go. Because it ain't about you. And that's really what I mean, that to get out of your way. You need to learn, family. Everybody who's watching this thing is about you, but it ain't. And what I mean by that is life is not about what happens to you. It's about how you respond to it. It's a test. It's a test. So stop worrying about who did you wrong and who did this and hold the stuff in your heart. You're being tested. You know what I mean? You're being tested about it. And every time you overcome that, I was just reading that to my people in my from a book in my Patreon. Life is not about what happens to you. It's about how you respond to it. That's what happens. And when you respond to it in the correct way, something changes in your anatomy, something changes in your life, something changes in your energy.
Start to transform.
Exactly. You're able to tap into the mind of a mystic.
You're a transformer.
There you go.
Hey man, I can't wait till you watch it, yo. So we're gonna build on it. After you watch it, we're gonna go heavy on it because it's called Rise of the Beast. It was like,
okay, I'm gonna check it out.
It's kind of like everything we talking about right now. I ain't gonna spoil it for nobody, but yeah, damn, it was deep. What you say, babe?
You know what though? And people don't understand. People think that it has to be something so huge and miraculous for them to lean into that understanding. It's simply a choice though. Moment to moment choice and decision to be present right now and to choose to make the best out of your current situation. To choose to take a high vibrational perspective out of this present moment. But let me tell you, see, so many people are not in the present. How do we know this? Even here right now with what we're talking about, right? And I say this respectfully to people in the chat. But even when we're asking questions about a whole bunch of things that don't pertain to right now, you're not in the present. So you can't even receive the divinity that is in this moment because you're asking about something that's not related to this present moment. Right? And so we have to learn to be right here, right now, 100%. So that goes back to what you just said, love, when you said, you know, our bodies habitually are accustomed to being in a state of fear or in a state of worry or whatever your predominant emotion is. That becomes your habit. That becomes your baseline. That becomes your state of being. So even though you are in this totally new experience right now, your body reminds you of something that happened when you was a kid. Believe it. And therefore you recreate that same experience instead of you being in control over your body. The body is connected to that fear, right? The body is connected to the normalcy, to the habits that no longer serve you. So whenever we're trying to tap into this work, overcome fears, tap into our powers, our faith, our knowing, our God spirit, you have to learn to be right here, right now, and see yourself through the lens of God. See your situation through the lens of God. And you don't got to throw the whole baby out with the bathwater, because there are some badass Bible verses that still apply today. Like all things work together for those who love the Lord. Well, you are the Lord. So when you love yourself, all things are working out for you. So you got to discipline your mind to see things that's working out for you. But you can't do that if you're still addicted to your old self or to your old trauma or to the old emotions, et cetera, et cetera. So we got to learn to be present, body, mind, spirit. Even though your body and your ego will keep you like, this, why did, you know when a person lives in their past, when they say shit like this, man, why this always got to happen to me? It's the same old thing every single time. The reality is it don't have to be the same thing. Because you perceive it as the same, so shall it be. or so it is. So the real magic, family, is being present and choosing how you want every situation to serve you. So you got to learn to be here.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
And that's just facts.
Yeah, and then that goes back to, because when we talk about the emotional body, we're talking about a state of either heaven or hell. So a lot of times what's happening is people are so stuck in their lower nature, in their lower extremities, if you will, they can't look up to heaven, and they don't understand that heaven is in the mind. So, and when we talk about the mind, we're talking about controlling your mind and being able to have the capacity to understand that God is the mind, the end, right? The mind is all, the universe is mental. So when they're stuck in this animalistic nature, right, which is sex, food, all of that stuff, right? They're stuck in a place that's not serving them, and that's putting them in this hell state. And boy, oh boy, let me pull up this picture real quick, but boy, nigga, it was feeling like hell today in Houston, baby. I ain't making it up, boy.
No, sir.
Say, I'm talking, Yosef, I'm talking about there's something going on in Houston. Hold on, let me put this shit down. Nigga, this shit was like an encompassing sauna today. Beaming down on my ass. I'm delivering the packages, babe. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And we've been in Houston forever, but today, nigga, that shit was like, whew.
Yeah.
And it was just on you like this while you moving. I'm sitting. I said, hold on, dog. I said, wait a minute. I had to wake up and make sure I wasn't in hell shit. Hold on. Let me find this picture, because that's going to be powerful. But yeah, man, I'm talking about once we understand that to the core, we can move out of our own way and start riding back up to heaven. You feel me? Which is a 33, which is what Jesus is, a 33. You feel me? Age 33. Okay, I can't find it, y'all, but y'all know what it is. I'll find it later. But look, hold on. Let's go back again. Where's the picture at? Boom, again, once again, family. Can't make it up. Mystic Mind Conference. Mystic Mind Conference. Boom. Again, limited seating available in person. We're giving away the Master Student Conference 2 until it's sold out. Now, look, hey, if it doesn't sell out this weekend, the price is going up, because we got just a select more seats left. You feel me? So the price is going up after Father's Day. There we go.
Father's Day.
After Father's Day, baby. Yeah, hey, after Father's Day, them limited seats are going like heck. So, hey, if you're trying to be in the building with Dream Wise, Brother Yosef, D-Ray Rise, get it in, baby. Get it in. Yeah, and then the virtual is still in the gambit. And look, a lot of people have been reaching out to they can't make the virtual at that specific time, but you will get a replay for the virtual. The replay will be available for like a week, but then after that, it's gonna be done. You feel me? Hold on, let me see if I can find this. I got another question for y'all. So, we was talking about we've been talking about this death thing like crazy, right? Well, let me not move into death, because we'll start because that's what because then I'll really try to get my stuff off during that, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Okay, I got something. How can we use fear as a power to empower ourselves, right? To have this positive change in our life.
Are you asking how can you use fear in a positive way?
Yes, sir. How can you use fear?
Man, I don't know about that one, brother.
You don't think so, Joseph?
Is
you don't think so when you sick and being tired or sick and being tired?
But scared, whatever it is, you know.
Because you got to think about it. Our melanin is intelligence, right? So now, and you know, black people, we wait till the last minute. We procrastinate all the way to the last minute, and then we'll get the test done. You feel me? All right, let me study for this test. You feel me? Right. I used to do that like crazy in college. Or no, them papers. Remember them papers? I used to sit there. Be goddamn 8 hours left. You got to turn it in. I'll be typing and shit, trying to get that shit. Be like, hey,
I kind of see what you're saying now.
Yeah, so it's something that we have inside of us. A lot of black people don't step up to the occasion until the time is heated up. You feel me? Until that
ball, and you got to.
Until you have, you have to. So sometimes it does impact your life. For instance, with me, right? I was doing all the drugs, right? Long story short, I just went cold turkey on the drugs, right? I just said, fuck it. Went cold turkey. I thought I was going to die in a coma for 2 weeks. In this experience of me being in this comatose for 2 weeks, I was feeling so bad. I'm talking about it was the worst feeling I ever felt. I would rather have been dead. But in my mind, right, I didn't want to die. I would, because you're like, shit, I don't want to go yet, right? I didn't have no kids or nothing. I didn't even really get to, experience life. So on my deathbed, I started saying all type of affirmations. I knew the science, but before then, I wasn't doing the affirmations.
Yeah.
When I was on my deathbed, I am God, I am strong, I am powerful, I'm strong, I'm powerful. I'm on my deathbed trying to rise to the occasion, baby.
All right.
So much so something tripwired in my mind, and then I started to believe all that shit Bobby was saying.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this shit don't have nothing to do with the information. This has everything to do with the work. That's what I'm saying. This has everything to do with you. Auto suggestions. You saying these affirmations constantly. You obliterating your mind to the point where you just in a constant chaos zone. You know how many times I did that rope-a-dope astral out of your body experience technique? That rope was hanging. That rope probably still hanging from my damn ceiling. In the astral mind, you see the rope and you're trying to pull yourself out. So now all of a sudden, right? Until I've said, oh, okay, I had to literally get to a point of, death, to that point of death, to become who I am today. And now I got kids, a wife, right? And shit, I'm on here with you. Yeah, it's in the blood, baby. So something happened, see? So, wow, I did the alchemy, right? I could have been, because if I never had that experience, Joseph, I don't know where I would be.
Right.
What I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I probably would have been still in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Fucking around and shit. Like, yeah, man, we gods and shit, talking to my shit. Hell yeah, I'm a god, nigga. Fuck that shit.
It overcame nothing. It's not fear though.
Right.
It's not the fear, it's the overcoming of it that makes the difference, or that shifts your being, right? That takes you to that new level. So I get why, Joseph, when the question was asked, was like, I don't know.
Right.
But so you need that fear, and you have to push yourself to go beyond it for you to recognize who you really are.
That's a fact.
That's where that growth and tapping in and recognizing your superpowers actually comes from. So when we think about fear from that perspective, it is a good thing, right? Everything has polarity. Fear is not all bad, because like somebody put in the chat, right on the opposite side of that fear is your next level, is your success, is your breakthrough, is your gateway into new realms. So you have to become okay with being uncomfortable in these fearful situations. One of my fears when I first came into spirituality, I was still afraid of the dark. You know, my mother, my grandmother, all of them afraid of the dark. I remember being kids, y'all, and my grandfather had passed away. And we were all staying at the house together because, you know, that's what families do. When somebody, you know, passes away, they come together, they stay together. And my mama was scared. So all of us had to sleep in the same room, all in one big bed, all cuddled up because she was scared. She didn't want to sleep in the dark. So from a kid, we were being programmed with this idea that spirits dwell in the dark and the dark is scary. When I came into spirituality, I knew that I had to face that fear in order for me to get to my next level, because darkness, that's the womb. Darkness is the subconscious mind. Darkness is infinite potential. You need that. You have to I had to face that. So I vividly remember we were living in that apartment, babe. We only had one kid at the time. I vividly remember telling Dream to go to bed. And for about a week straight, I would go and sit in our meditation room at nighttime in the dark. Scared, heartbroken. But before you know it, I started to enjoy it. I started to be like, actually, I can see in the dark. That's amazing. Right? And now to this day, my mama, my brothers, they all can't believe it. I'm like, yeah, y'all, I can sleep in the dark by myself. Don't need no TV. Don't need no night light. If Dream wasn't there, I would still be fine. So I recognized, or I tapped into another aspect of myself by facing that fear. So that's what I would say the benefit of fear is you get to tap into another version of yourself that does exist, but you haven't tapped into it because you're afraid of something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that's the key to all of this stuff sometimes, because, you know, pressure makes a diamond, right?
That's right.
And a lot of times what happens is you know, especially melanated beings, we have to just be put in the pressure chamber but then there's an aspect of it where people will falter and they won't rise to the occasion, right? Or they'll be the rise of the beast, right? So damn, I wish I wish you would have seen that Transformers. We probably would have decoded that today.
A couple of days, man. I watch it.
We would have decoded that today. So that was actually what was happening with the young guy, because, you know, he was going through this thing. His name was Noah too. He was going through this aspect of himself that was kind of, you know, he just didn't, he wasn't sure of himself, right? And then he had to, you know, get in the work and blah 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 blah. I ain't gonna tell y'all the movie, y'all. I ain't gonna just go that way, bad. Yeah, man. So anything else? What else we got, family? Y'all got any questions? What y'all got for us before we get off of here, man? Fire, build, fire. Hey, look, the Mystic Mind Conference, July 8th, 2023. The seats are almost gone. The in-person seats. Gratitude, family, for all of y'all. We can't wait to see y'all in the building, because, oh boy, it's going down. It's going down. Leave us a few questions before we get out of here, and I go watch my Black Mirror. Damn, Joseph, I can't believe you ain't on that Black Mirror, baby. I know.
I'm gonna get on it, brother.
My nigga Jock was
get on it, man.
My nigga Jock was telling me it was good. He was like, hey, this one, the first episode was off the chain, for real. It says, what are you guys most excited for the conference? I'm excited to be on stage. God dang. I'm really excited to be on stage and give y'all the understanding that I've been coming into and some of these examples and techniques, because I think after this specific conference, right, if you don't do this work, I would just I would just be in a goddamn frenzy, boy.
Hey, I'm excited, man.
Conference, the video is gonna be worth more than the damn This ain't gonna be no, oh, we still selling it the same way. Nuh-uh. This whole might be $300-$400 after that.
Yeah.
So
look, man, I'm coming with some gems. You understand?
I'm already
I'm talking
knowing.
about stuff I secretly do. Y'all always know I give that away. I gave that away in the quantum body video. I'm working on a lot of things, right? And silver body, we're gonna go deeper into the silver body and how you guys can start to tap into the silver body. We're gonna go into that, right? We're gonna go into a lot of things, the different sides of the mystic mind, right? We're gonna go into a lot of things, family. So it's gonna be a great. I don't want to say nothing. I got some good stuff for y'all, man. A lot of slides. And I had too many slides at one point. I said I got to take this down. We'll be in there. It'll be a Bobby Hemmett lecture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll be in there 8-9 hours.
Mine is gonna be pretty long, so because I got videos and stuff like that, so I just had to really, and because I break it all the way down, so we can get to the meat of this stuff.
And outside of the lecture, right? What I really love about when we come together and have these lectures, I love after the lecture is over the fellowship.
Yes.
The fellowshipping, people meeting each other for the first time, people shaking hands, people finding out, oh, you're from my city, I'm from that city, and they don't met each other. The people that come up to me and talk to me, real, and just everybody conversating and talking and having a good time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's what I love, the fellowshipping.
That'd be really, really fun. That'd be really, really love.
Real
love. Man, the whole experience, the vibe, both conferences was off the chain, man. It was absolutely amazing. Will Approved, Travis Majors, Conja Queen, Mook, all the whole family. I said, you know what I'm saying? It's just straight love. And then everybody that was there, it's always love, man. It's always, and this is what I'm talking about, family. See, we got to stop talking about it and being about it, right? We have to understand that we have limited times to get together. They're about to shut this world down soon, or they're going to try to, right? So another thing about fear is you getting out of your own way and making the move to come. You feel me? That's a big deal, family. You have to have these experiences. These experiences are once in a lifetime, if you will, right?
Yeah.
And when you have these experiences, you get to shake hands. You really get to be in the mix of a high vibrational energy room. You really get to feel some love and some power and all of that. And hey, look, I can't make it up. I ain't gonna play with y'all today. Niggas gonna hook up in there. You better be the. Hey, I can't. Hey,
listen.
I'm not gonna keep on playing with these people, man. We talk, y'all spiritual people gonna stop playing that shit. We gonna make people hook up in that bitch. Fuck it. You feel me? This shit. Hey, you better put your mind to it. That's what I was telling the Patreon. I was like, say, dog, you cannot be. See, this is another aspect of spirituality that I want people to understand. You can't really be in the spiritual zone, right? And that's a big fear thing for fellas, right? They don't want to go out and talk to that female, right? That female that they find attractive. Oh, nah, she's out of my league. Oh, no, that's not me. Oh, I can't do that. Right?
Wow.
Acting like a little bitch.
And the thing is, y'all, you can feel each other's energy over these damn computers and phones. Like, you think you know, but you have no idea until your auras literally collide with one another and you get to feel a person.
I can't make it up. You gotta shoot your shot, my nigga. You can't be around this bitch playing. See, this is what I'm saying. If you the $5 million nigga, right, in your mind's eye, what does the $5 million dude do? He shoot his shot. You seen Shaq? He and that girl DMs. Hey, what's up, girl? That nigga Shaq funny, boy. That nigga play. You seen that shit, Joseph?
No, I didn't see that.
Shaq went to Home Depot and still played around with it. Like,
wow.
he took pictures at Home Depot, said, I'm looking for you. He got that girl fired and everything, I think. God damn. But that's what I'm saying. See, that's part of the collapsing of the wave, right?
Right.
The $5 million you is gonna go up to that girl and talk. So what is that? Right? You got to be the person that you see in your mind's eye right now. You can't be playing around, pussyfooting around this bitch. You got to you see, this is what happens. In their imagination, they see the girl they like, and then all of a sudden they start seeing themselves get shot down. So now they mentally obliterating themselves from an experience that might turn into love, right? But what if they seen themselves actually approaching the girl and saying, "Hey, da 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 da," and she digging you? She like, "Hey, all right, bet." Right now, all of a sudden, y'all have this relationship and stuff, and now you on child support, baby.
To a whole diatribe.
You on child support with a baddie though. You feel me? But hey, you at least you took your shot.
Right.
Chaos in the blood.
I want to answer this question too. Somebody asked me the question. I can't believe they asked me this, but maybe they knew. They said, "How did you come to the conclusion that Jesus is not real?" Somebody just asked me that, and I want to say this: you don't have to go spiritually deep to know Jesus is not real. It's common sense, and what I mean by that is, just from researching history and knowing and understanding things, you'll know that he's not real. If he was a real Hebrew, his name could not have been Jesus. That's first of all, right? And then when you get into the archbishops and popes and the Nicene Council, when you study all these things, you'll know this is all some made up stuff, because historically, the first version of a man Christ that they used was a lamb, a slain lamb. That was the first idea of Jesus. Go to the oldest Bibles. You can find. A slain lamb was Christ, right? The lamb that was slain for your sins. That's what that was at first. Then it turned into a man, which is the son of a pope. That's just historically true. So it's not hard. Like, the first way I got out of it was actually history. But I had a bad program in my head. So even though I knew it wasn't true, I still was trying to go to it. When I first left the church, it was just like it was a program.
Yeah.
Well, that's when the spirituality kicked in after that. So I proved it to myself historically first that it was not true. Shout out to Bobby Hemmett, because he gave out every book you could. And Dr. Phil Valentine. He did a video called Conscious Vampires, I think it was called. And he just broke it all down. He gave out the books and everything. Well, shout out to him about it, Bobby Hemmett. They gave me all the books I needed historically to prove that it wasn't real.
Yeah, I mean, you can go to a museum and know that. I mean, that deep.
I'm not talking down on the person. I'm just saying, hey, it ain't hard.
Well, this is what we got to understand too. It's an allegorical story about you. So the more you understand that this whole thing is a code, right? Symbol. See, your first in true language is pictures, symbols. So in this picture making machine is your imagination, right? And it's your mind. So when we're talking about these gods and goddesses, right? We're talking about people pulling down fourth dimensional beings to the third dimension and writing them down in books and then telling you what it is. Now, you got to understand that they're seeing these stories in their mind's eye. You feel me? And they're giving it to you to give you a understanding of the alchemical process that's inside of you and, all of that other stuff. So, yeah, I mean, there's so many. You could just look at the Bible. Like, what was the guy? Noah. Again, Noah had what? Didn't he have 3 sons? How did he populate the whole world with 3 sons? So, I'm
going to tell y'all, like Dr. Blair told me to my face the first time I met him. He said, stop looking for truth and look for yourself. He said, young man, there's no such thing as the truth. I went into a breakdown when he said that. I was like, what? I thought metaphysics, no, it ain't no such thing as truth, young man. Until you decide what the truth is. Stop looking for truth and look for yourself.
Right.
You're going to find yourself, search for yourself, find out who you are. Right? That is the truth. That's the truth. The truth is what you decide it is.
Yeah. Religion is just indoctrination into a political system to keep you in a slave mindset. to keep you as a worker, to keep you not thinking for yourself, to keep you in a loop,
and that's why I hate debates.
Yeah.
You know, because it comes down to, even in spirituality, there's too many ways to reach one goal. That's the beautiful thing about spirituality. You can come at it from any angle you want, as long as you can find a way to reach the source. Mm-hmm. Right? That's the whole goal, is to find out who you are in the higher level. Yeah. So it don't matter if you're Buddhism, witchcraft, sorcery, wizardry, whatever you find. Mm-hmm. And it may not agree with somebody else's truth, but as long as you evolve spiritually, that's what it comes down to. The evolution of the soul.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Because, your soul body is going to keep on traveling lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. And the more you start to understand that your Merkaba, your light body is a vehicle for you to get into different realities, right? Then the more you'll start to understand, like, you're not here, you're a wave and particles at the same time. They got in the book, what's the book we reading, babe, in the Patreon?
Breaking the Habits
of Being Yourself. They're talking about the quantum, and we're going in depth in the aspect of how 99.99999% of this reality is a wave, which is energy. And energy is something that you can manipulate instead of you working in the physical. And then 0.00001% of this world is this particle form, which is the physical thing that you're holding attached to. You feel me? So then you just got to understand how to manipulate your energy, right? Which we're going to talk a lot about in the Mystic Mind Conference, to manipulate your world, to understand yourself from a higher cosmic divine being, right? And to get into a space of being God on earth, if you will. So family, any more questions? What y'all got, baby? Let me see. What else? Y'all see any more questions? Did I pass up anything?
A young lady had asked a while back, before all those other comments came in, about balancing out like parenthood and spirituality. I definitely want to hear what you brothers have to say, even though it's definitely different between mothers and fathers as far as taking care of children. What I would say to that is, what works for me, family or ladies who are mothers, what works for me is putting my peace first. That's just it. I think too often our jobs and our roles, right, these titles of mother, wife, business owner, or employee, we put all of those things before ourself, the soul, the spirit. And I think that's when we get out of balance. So that's how I live my life. I forgot I think it was the Modest Moore who asked that question, but that's how I live my life. I do the things that bring me peace so that I can show up as a mother better, right? And then also I follow my bliss. So if something isn't feeling good to me in the moment, I'm not going to do it. Even if my kids want to do it, if DreamWise want to do it, even if my business is saying I have to do it, I follow my bliss, because I know when I do what feels good to me, that opens up more opportunities for me to feel good. So that's what, for whoever asked that question.
Yeah, I would say you have to be in the space of loving thyself. So the more you love yourself, the more your reflection will start to emanate energy into your household. So what I tend to understand and know inside of me is that the more I work on myself, the more I get into my bag, the more I get into my mental alchemy, my kids start to pick up on the energy, and they start to ingratiate themselves with the presence, because now not only just about me telling them, it's about me doing the acts, right? And they seeing it, right? Like we say, monkey see, monkey do. So they're not listening to your words, they're feeling your energy, right? And they can feel the presence of God, and they can feel when somebody's actually, actually giving them some kind of love energy that kind of moves them into the right direction to, do their mental work. You feel me? I'll give y'all a great example. I used to be a PE teacher, and me being a PE teacher, I used to move my whole classroom with my mind. That's it. Nothing else. I used to see, we're talking about something deeper and something more stronger than words. We're talking about the electromagnetic wave that's emanating from your heart.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden they can feel, especially kids, young kids, because I was working with kindergarten to 4th grade. Especially young kids, right? They can feel this emanation of your heart chakra and your energy, right? Just like when we come into this conference, y'all gonna feel this energy as we walk in the room. So now all of a sudden, you don't have to say nothing because they know what time it is by the energy that you exude. You feel me? You ever meet somebody and they have this kind of low vibrational energy, and then all of a sudden you start feeling low? You're like, God damn, what the fuck is wrong with you? Thinking it's you, but it's actually you picking up on the frequency that they're emitting. So now all of a sudden, the more radiant you are, the more high vibrational you are, right? The more you emit this positive sunshine that will light up a room.
Yes. Yes. So my thing of it as a man, I'll say this, and some people may not like this, but it's the truth. If you are a man in a house, you got to get your house together. If you want to truly balance out the spirituality and the child and raising the children, you got to make sure the whole household is involved. And I know how it is sometimes. It could be rough because I know a lot of people just coming into this information, and the wife may not be down, or maybe vice versa. The husband may not be down and the wife may be into the stuff. I tell that person to stand strong, stand on your spirituality, and eventually the person you love will follow you. They will come into what, especially if they're in Christianity, because that ain't nothing. Or even if they're in Islam, right? They're eventually going to follow you. I also tell parents to prepare their child's mind for spirituality. So like I did with my daughter for years, the trivium. I talked about that before in one of my videos. Get the trivium and the quadrivium and kind of give it to the kids and do some of the practices with them, right? And also start them out with doing ancestor altars, right? My daughter loves that stuff. She loves giving power and things to the ancestors and everything. And it gives you a moment to have a moment with your child. And if you can, do it with the whole family at the same time. Yeah. And have that moment and let them ask questions about my daughter. I have 100 million questions. Why is grandma not here? Is that my great grandma? Why is she not here? Where is she at? Is she in heaven? Is she in hell? Where is she? You know what I'm saying? They want to know everything. This gives time to help their children's consciousness grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Witchcraft. My daughter will tell you right now she want to be a witch. She say it all the time. I want to be a witch. I want to be a witch.
My daughter was a witch for Halloween.
Oh yeah, okay. My daughter's first Halloween, she was a witch. And she said, so her cousins are not all into metaphysics. So when she come over, she got a witch pot in her room, and they be like, "Yeah, we can make a spell right now." It's a toy. It's a toy witch pot. She begged us for that for Christmas last year.
Our kids live in that imagination zone, man. It's crazy. Yeah. It's amazing. Like they will go outside, they'll start talking to the trees because they see us doing it. You know what I'm saying? They see us in the habit of doing these, mystical things, if you will. So now they know the tree. Hey, Kubera, what's going on? Oh, okay, yeah, it's going. All right, cool. I'm gonna bring you some fruit later. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Let them develop that mystical mind. Let them get that magical mind going, and because they already got the energy for it, which is their imagination and that heart, that pure heart.
No, I'll tell you one thing. This shocked the hell out of me the other day, or not the other day, but a few weeks ago, because my son he turned 7 now. He's getting out of kind of seeing everything on the iPads and stuff like that. And he said, what he ain't never asked me none of this stuff. He said, why are we talking to this tree? It's not alive. I said, oh shit, the Matrix is getting his ass. I said, working on his ass, baby. I said, he's seeing all this stuff on TV. I said, the Matrix is work. But then look, and then he had the nerve to ask me this damn question. He said, what he was talking about, something had happened on some way we was talking about Christmas, and he was like, why don't we celebrate Christmas? What's wrong with us? Like, I almost lost. I said, Boy, what in the world? I've been telling you about this. So hey, I don't know. I'm still in the, I'm still in that age range where I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? He's 7 and all of that, but he's trying to, rebel, I guess, a little bit. But I'm like, hey, all you can do is, if they are rebelling, all I can do is keep on combating it. Like, we just don't do that. But grandma brings me gifts. Why does she bring me gifts and y'all don't?
And I would tell you, if you can, try your best to explain every detail to them, because they don't be forgetting nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, my daughter asked me about demons not too long ago. I said, damn, where'd she get that from? You know what I'm saying? Trying to find out, she on YouTube watching this thing with Super Mario Brothers, and they possessed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They talking about demons. I'm saying, dang, you gotta watch what your kids looking at, man. You don't know what they watching, Yeah. And I had to explain to her, like, don't be afraid. You got more power than them. They live in another realm. I really sat her down and explained it to her, so she'll know. Okay, I know what this. And I even gave her something to protect her. So here, say this word, do this.
Yeah,
she never asked again.
I was telling my son about, because he was asking me about the Mushroom Kingdom in the Sonic movie, and he was like, yeah, they went to this mushroom world, and I started breaking it down to him. Well, they really showing you the power of this fungi that you can tap into, and blah blah blah. I started breaking it down to him because he was just so, when kids start saying stuff like mushrooms and stuff like that. And this is the thing too, they telling you in these kids movies like a motherfucker. I decoded that Super Mario 2 as well. They telling you everything. They not letting it go. And look, did you see the Spider-Man, Joseph? Spider-Man.
I didn't see that either.
You didn't see that one either.
I'm gonna get to it. I'm watching that Flash this weekend though.
Believe that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that. Morris Morales.
Oh, Miles Morales. Yeah,
Miles Morales. Right.
I watched the first one, but I didn't watch this new one.
He's sitting there in front of his counselor, and he's saying, "Man, I want to learn about the quantum world. I want to learn about dark energy and all." I'm blown away. It's my whole conference from last year. He's sitting in front of, hey, this is what I want to learn about. I want to learn about, other dimensions and stuff. And I was like, oh, they trying to give the kids, because look, this is what they really trying to do, Yosef. They trying to take, these melanated kids, right, and get some of them to turn up and start to really and start to get into that alternate reality, right? And start to get into the quantum and collapse away. So it might be our kids, you know what I'm saying? These young kids, get them in college. Hey, what do you think about this? And they just create a machine where you can go into the past, or they probably already got it. They just ain't even telling us. But
they got it. Trust me.
So these kids, because these chaos kids, these kids that's coming soon, all of our kids that's coming up, you got to think about it, man. They're gonna know about the quantum and all of that. We didn't know about that.
They smart, man.
Teenagers, I'm talking about 13. You talking about 12, 13. So us, we just learning about spirituality in our 20s and stuff like that, man. These kids gonna blow us out the park in 20 years, boy.
Like they said, these are the great old ones that came back. I believe that with all my heart.
Facts. Hey, man, the aliens return, baby. Chaos in the blood. What you thought about that alien thing, Joseph?
What? Oh, the Vegas thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe it was 100% real. 100% real. Now, I've been telling people for years, it's about to happen. This is a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. It's going to happen. They're real, y'all. And there's multiple species.
Let me ask you this, Joseph. So they're real. So that alien, he said it was 10 feet with big eyes and big lips.
And a big head.
Damn, I said, damn, he just subscribed me. God damn. He must have seen my ass.
You know what's crazy, bro? You know what's crazy? There's a video out with this guy. He enhanced the video, and behind the tractors, They had like tractors in their backyard. You can see something with eyes blinking like this. This thing was hiding. If this thing was 9 feet tall, like he said, it would have been looking over the thing. This thing was behind the glass, peeking like, and the family was back there video recording it. They were scared, and this thing was peeking, man. This thing was peeking, and then all of a sudden it vanished. When they went back there, it was not there no more. But where it landed at, there was a big circle in the ground, and this thing and the ship and everything, it vanished. So whatever was back there, you know what I think about that when Dr. Blair exposed that black woman who had the dreadlocks, they said she was on the moon for 3 billion years, and her body was frozen, and she had this huge head, and her eyes were way bigger than a regular human being's eyes. But she was black. She was a black woman with dreadlocks, big lips, huge eyes, and dark skin. And she was on a ship on the moon, apparently, they say. Dr. Blair put us onto this years ago. If you look at the picture, man, this thing looked like it was human, but it had really big eyes. That's what it looked like. So, we don't know. We don't know exactly what it was, but I'm telling y'all, this stuff is real. They have the inner. I just broke down on my Patreon the whole inner Earth thing. Went in on that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's a lot of cities down there. I just talked about the ones I know of, and people been asking me for it. I did it, but it's real, y'all. Brother Yosef would not. I don't make stuff up. I just keep it real. This stuff is real. One day, everybody's gonna see aliens are coming. I'm not saying they're gonna be our saviors. No, it has to happen. We have to know the truth, y'all. We've been too long. Allah's real. Jesus is real. No, we have to know the truth. It was all made up, and there's beings out there that's more intelligent than us, and we are not the center of the universe. There's more things going on besides us out there, So get ready.
Hey, we ready, baby. I'm excited for it all, because that's another aspect of fear. It'll be panic in the streets for real.
Absolutely.
Do y'all? Okay, let's take one more question, family. Let's see one more question. Will the Mystic Minds conference be streamed? Yeah, definitely be streamed.
But make sure for them though. I want to make sure y'all understand that when you go on the website to purchase your ticket, you can buy virtual or you can buy in person. The virtual ticket is the ticket to watch it streamed. And even if you can't be there right as it's happening on July 8th, you will get a replay that will last for a short amount of time, that will last for about a week before you won't be able to access it again. Okay. I want to make that clear so nobody's confused about that. So yes, we have a few seats left in person. If you want to come to Houston and feel the energy and be in the building and embrace everybody, we got a few seats left in Houston. If you cannot make it to Houston or you cannot make it in person, then yes, get that virtual ticket and you'll be able to join it live, virtually, and watch the replay.
Yes.
I want to say this too, real quick. For those coming to the dinner, man, y'all gonna love it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes.
Sister D Ray, Brother Dreamwise, my wife and me went down there not too long ago. The food was immaculate. You understand?
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good old time. For those coming to the VIP dinner, we're gonna have a good old time. The food, trust Brother Yosef, I'm a big guy. Okay, trust me when I tell you, the food was immaculate.
Yeah.
Right. So y'all gonna love it, man. And I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody.
Yeah, that VIP sold out real quick. So yeah, we're gonna have a really good time with all of y'all in the VIP. Be in. Make sure you have your emails in alignment. Also, our PA feed should be reaching out to all the people that wanted to do what's it called? Vendors and stuff like that. So she reaching back to people. If y'all still want to vend, we got a limited amount of those as well. Anybody got fees? Anybody want to put fee? Are you in here? Fee. Put your email so they can go directly to you for the vending if other people still want to vend. Let me see if I can find a question before we get out of here, man. I'm gonna watch this goddamn Black Mirror, and I'm decoding it tomorrow on my YouTube channel, family. So be on the lookout tomorrow. Y'all know 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Be there because it's going down. I'm about to whatever this thing is. I'm real big on dreams. Well, lately someone told me blah 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 and dream and stay. Okay, cool. There go fee right there. Boom. So y'all get fees. That's her email right there if you want to win. I'm gonna pull up bumping DJ Screw. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby. It's going down. Screwston, Texas, baby. Screwtown, Texas. Okay, I don't see no more questions. So y'all got any last words? Anything y'all want before we get out of here?
No, we're really looking forward to meeting everybody. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I love y'all, and I appreciate everybody that's coming. It's always good to finally meet people that appreciate you and the information. So looking forward to the dinner. Looking forward to seeing you guys at the event. We're going to have a good old time, y'all. Only a few seats left, though. So you better get your ticket.
Hey, get them quick. They should be sold out by Father's Day. So if they're not, they will go up after Father's Day. So, hey, you want to get in this price right now if you while you can. And for Father's Day only, we're giving away the Master Student Conference too. So you get the replay for Father's Day this weekend. Yeah, it'll be sent to you right when you purchase. And don't we still got to do that live? I forgot. We got that live still. Yeah. So look.
We forgot.
And we got a live coming up just for the participants only. So this is for the people that purchased the ticket. Mm-hmm. And this is for the people that purchased the in-person ticket and the virtual ticket. You'll be in a class, basically. In a class with me, Brother Yosef, D. Ray Wise, on what day we said was that?
Was it June 29th?
June 29th.
Oh.
Or did
Yeah, was it June 29th? I think it was June 29th. But you'll see the emails because we're getting ready to hook everything up and we're trying to make sure our presentation. So we're doing a trial run, but this is going to be a powerful class to get your mind ready for the Mystic Mind Conference, because at the end of the day, shit, we can't, there's so much information that we're going to be dropping in the conference, but in this particular live in 2 weeks, we're going to go ham again and again and again. So y'all be ready for that, because we're trying to prepare your minds for what's going to come up in the Mystic Mind. And we're trying to make sure everybody's, understand what's happening in the Mystic Mind Conference as well. Somebody said, who is Dream and D. Ray Wise spiritual parents? I don't know what's that supposed to mean. God damn.
Are they trying to ask me that on the low, or what? I
think so. What you think, Joseph?
I gotta look into them, y'all. But one thing I will tell you, man, Dream has a lot of he reminds me of my boy Makai. So he has a lot of innocent child heart energy. You know what I'm saying? And then D-Ray got that Oshun energy, heavy. You know what I'm saying? But she also has a lot of Yemiya. That Yemiya energy. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't really buckled down to see exactly who they are, but our Dream definitely has that Papa Legba. You know what I'm saying? Energy. He definitely has that energy to me. Very playful, very joking, but at the same time smart. You know what I'm saying? That's how Papa Legba, he's the drunken master. You know what I'm saying? The one they call the fool, the old fool, which is the most powerful card in the tarot. You know what I'm saying? So that's Dream. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Look at him. You know what I'm saying? Dream got that childlike energy, and that's exactly how my homeboy is, and he reminds me of him and smart at the same time, but very joking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I be trying to tell people, though, man. This is the thing too, Yosef. We got to start to understand that this whole, like, when you see these people that be real serious about spirituality and stuff like that, they miss the boat. And I'm talking about they miss the boat heavy because they don't understand what's actually happening, right? They putting it in the Bible and stuff. A child will lead them, right? You have to look at the little children and understand their innocence, their playfulness, right? Before they're getting programmed into a matrix or a society that's trying to rule over them, right?
Right.
You came down here to experience and have an adventure. The end. So now, and you having this adventure, you know what I'm saying? Everything doesn't have to be all hard and stuff. When you transition, you're not gonna be like, yeah, man. So tell me about that high knowledge y'all got. Nigga gonna be in this bitch partying and shit. Nigga gonna be in this hoe trying to get what? Boy's gonna be trying to get all kind of ass in the astral realm, nigga. Niggas gonna be doing it up, boy. Niggas gonna be in that bitch ripping. Yeah, family. So man, we love and appreciate y'all, man. Any last question? Let's see.
Somebody asked me who my wife is. My wife is Isis 100%. Her spiritual energy is Isis 100%, family. And who in another version of Yemaya and the Yoruba system will be Yemaya. But she's definitely Isis, man. My daughter is actually the goddess Hathor. And I actually, believe it or not, family, I saw her and her spiritual father's Pan. Okay. And I saw him one night flying outside my house. He ain't short at all. He was tall. Had a whole conversation with him, and I understood right then and there. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's where she gets her personality that pisses me off sometimes, my daughter. Her personality that pisses me off. I see how she is, who she is. She say anything out of her mouth. You know what I'm saying? And she'll laugh about it, even though she's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I got to check her a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I let her be free in certain aspects.
I thought the same thing too when I met your daughter. I'm like, oh, okay, this the she got that energy for real. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so she has a good heart, loving heart, but she's also very. She let loose. I got to check her, brother. Hey, sit down. I got to check her all the time. I turn her to that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Any final words, family? Any final words? There go the link again for people that's saying, hey, how do I get the lives? How do I get the online? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but other than that, man, we love and appreciate y'all, man. And hey, y'all know what it is. Peace to the gods.
Peace to the gods.
Peace.